years have come and gone since that day. How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called.
I didn't realize that trailer was like 9 minutes long. We're starting right at 1 o'clock. Almost like it was planned. Hey Ziller, how are you? Alright. I think it's been 2 years since I played this last. Which sounds exactly like me. I've been playing a bunch off stream, but never further than anything I've done on stream. But I'd like to finish Shadowbringers finally and move on to Endwalker. Because, you know, completing things is important in life. I have an alt. I think last time we played, I played 5.1. But I couldn't beat the final boss. And I got frustrated, and that's why we didn't touch it for 2 years. But I realized what I was doing wrong, and I beat it on my main character. But it's been so long, I'd like to restart with 5.1. So I have an alternate character. His name is Satan's Servant. My mother's here in the background. And we're gonna play 5.1 on him, and then I'll switch back to our main Bani character. Actually, let me log in with him first, and then I think maybe we'll do a story recap of what I can actually remember. I can remember a lot of it, but it's so convoluted, who could state it all? Yes, they know. I said in the Discord I have a guest. I didn't know if I could stream, but we're going to give it a try. We'll just have to be less horny than usual, you guys. Tone it down a little. Alright, I don't think it'd be worth watching any cutscenes to remind us. I think I would be better just to go from memory. What is the last cutscene? That's Dawn Trail. This is through Endwalker. We want Shadowbringers. You're fine. It really won't pick up that much. Shadowbringers quest. Boom. Yeah, I don't think we need to rewatch that. I'll just do it. So I remember, I'll go do my gambling while you guys are filtering in. I think the main... So each expansion has its own little story arc. I don't think we need to recap any of that. We basically remember what happened there, but the main information that we left off with was that we learned that the Asians are like an ancient race that had their own world, and some catastrophe happened and it destroyed their world and split it into 13 new worlds. And we live on the source, and currently our main character is on the first, which is one of the 13 worlds. And the Asians want to kill everybody and kill all the worlds in order to get their world back. And we were like, yeah, no, that's not fair, not our problem. So we kicked his ass. Emmett Selk, he was the main baddie. I believe we killed him at the end of the main expansion. But our buddy Grahatia, redheaded cat boy, he brought all our friends' souls essentially to the first, but their bodies are still in the source. So right now they're like split mind and body, and we don't know how to get them back together. I believe is how they're left. I think that's what we're dealing with in this expansion, this patch, is how we're going to get them back. But we are sound of mind and body moving between the worlds. Give me a cact pot. Oh, bad luck today. Oh, and then there's the whole Nero? Is that his name? No, not Nero. Nero's the boy that's in love with Sid. What is that dude? What's the long redhead strawberry haired guy? Shit, I don't remember his name. Xenos. Xenos got his body back, and he's all hell-bent on killing his dad, the king or whatever of the big baddie guys, back on our world. Did you get all that? You remember all that? The Garleans. That's their name. The Garlean Empire leader. I think he wants to kill him and take the throne. Do I want to do fashion report? Sure, let's do our fashion report. Yeah, this is my little devil cat boy. I love him. I like him even more than my main, actually. I'm tempted to make him my main. But I think his coloring gets kind of hard to show up in cutscenes, which is weird to say. But I think I like my main guys in the cutscenes better. But I love making outfits for this guy. He's got a little forked devil tail. How dare you? Ooh, 69. Hell yes. He's a solid 69. Oh, and I've been playing. This is really embarrassing, but I've leveled this alt character way more than my main character. If you look at my jobs, I have every job, well, except for tanks, because tanking scares me. I have every job at 90 or above. So it's been a long time since I played healer, but I think we're going to attempt to play healer again today. Because why not give myself horrible anxiety? Let's go check our cact pot for the week. Consolation prize. First place. Come on. Oh. Oh, and I got a Viper job to do. That's fine. We won't do that. We're switching back to healer. What healer should I play? I've gotten pretty good at Sage. It's still very intimidating, but I guess I should practice more. My sexy Sage outfit on. Sweet. Story time it is. Wow, we're back at Revenant's Toll. I guess that's still our home base, where the drunken little one is. What's her name? Tataru? I think she's still here. Oh, I've got my starting soon on. I always do that. Good thing we haven't actually started. Such nice piano music. I haven't had the music on in this game in forever, which is a sin because it's excellent. Satan's gods, it's good to see you. Wow, that's a fantastic sentence. I hope you're being here means you had your fill of rest. Yes, 2-year break, we're back. More than my fill. Well, you certainly earned it. Not much has happened since you last visit. I had planned for you to meet the helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's all right. We've been exchanging messages with the Eorzean Alliance throughout. They say the fighting has finally stopped at the Gimlick Dark, and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement, which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing has your back. Maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First. Yes, please remind me. Great. Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask Flamine to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfilia, and I think it's best she hears it from you. She's like a reincarnated child now? I don't know, it's weird. We'll meet you at the terrace at the House of Splendors. To the whorehouse. Oh, upstairs in the brothel. I don't know that I've ever been upstairs. Not in the storeroom. Flamine, your daughter's kind of alive, sort of. Satans. My, it has been too long. Tataru did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? I guess I'm just going to say Bani from now on, not to confuse when we switch back to Bani. Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world, Minfilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tataru should be arriving shortly. Hey, Ray Ray. Let's go upstairs and work up a sweat, she says. Hey, Floofy. Faye, hello. We're calling Bani now? I'm going to call Satan's servant Bani, since we'll be switching back to Bani after we beat this patch. How you doing, Razor? And so Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle, this girl who Thancred named Rin. To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Bani, might I ask a favor of you, when next you return to the First, to tell Rin what I cannot? Tell her, thank you. Oh, he's so cute. You're just passing by, gonna watch a Moby. A Moby? I love a Moby. And I would offer thanks to you as well, for staying with her to the end. Begging your pardon, but could I have a word? Who dis? Oh. Real? Is your name Real? Do I actually remember that? Yes, I did. Holy shit. I hope you're here to tell me you received word from our helper. I wish. Nay, I've not had a peep out of him, and it's been a good long while now. Too bloody long. On account of which, I'm going to sneak over to the border and see if I can't get a signal to him from closer up. But what if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I should have had no trouble picking me way through Gimlet, now that fightin's died down. Gods knows there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around here, twiddling me thumbs any road. I just thought I'd let you know. Now, I'd best be... I nearly forgot. Kryle's at the stones, and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. We'd best head back then. I'm sure it's important. All our friends are unconscious. We should be poking them with sticks. How you doing, Faye? You're off work today, right? Wait, it's Sunday. I know I was thinking it was Saturday. How's the little devil puppy? It seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad. Hey, B-dubs, how are you? How was your stream?
You're here. Good.
Oh no, you were working? Does that mean you didn't stream today, B-dubs?
So, how are they?
You did both, of course you did. Frickin' Wonder Woman.
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least. For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
They're decaying without their souls. No work today. Devil Puppy pooped on the bed again. Oh no. I may have spent a stupid amount of money on things recently. That's always good. That's how you survive. You're working on your crochet dress. Yeah. My mother is here, B-dubs, in case I talk off screen. B-dubs is learning to crochet. Her second project is a dress that she's almost completely made, like a perfect bodice and like a round skirt. It's crazy. Poor puppy. Hello, Bani's mom. B-dub says hi. What? Oh, I don't know. B-dubs, what is your yarn made of? What's your fiber content? She's not a yarn snob like we are. Oh yes, that's true. My mother has. She's converted. Acrylic. Oh, acrylic is one of the nicer synthetic fibers, in my opinion. Can't do wool. Yeah, it's itchy. You need merino wool, which is expensive, but it's soft and you can wash it. Faye also says hello. My mother says hello to everyone. All right, we got voice acting for once. We gotta relish this moment.
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time.
No.
Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good. Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
No rest for the righteous, eh? Totally.
I realize you've only just returned from saving 2 worlds, but time is not on our side.
But where's he even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct? Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along.
He's a good boy.
His plan might well have worked, but I, for one, am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer.
It's been a while since we played, so let me know if the volume needs adjusting in any way, up or down, as we go along.
There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation. We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
Oh, we gotta go hang out with Grahatia. You guys are getting 12 inches of snow today? Crazy. We got the cold Friday and Saturday, but not like Chicago did. Or I should say, probably Wisconsin and Minnesota as well. B-dubs, did you guys get the like negative 35 degrees in Canada? Oh wait, no, I don't want to talk to you. No, that was an accident. I got distracted. Let my people go. I don't know what that was. We'll just ignore it and pretend it never happened. You did, but yes, only with a wind chill. Yeah. We were like, not quite that cold where I am, but I know lots of other places where that cold here. You're cold and getting dumped on. You're at negative 17 now. You're on what? You're on the East Coast, right, Faye? I don't know why I think that, but that's what I think. Do you have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word, and I would be happy to escort you to the Ockler. I would be happy to be escorted. Yes, you are. Okay, that's what I thought. For some reason in my mind, it's Massachusetts, but that could be something I totally made up. Grahatia, you little cutie boy. You gonna try and kill yourself to set our friends free? Ah, Bani, you are returned. I hope your time in the Source was suitably restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. Their corporeal aether shows signs of instability. By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Kryl and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. That's correct, the same state as Romo. Oh, we're doxing Romo, too. Awesome. I think I knew that as well, actually, already. They're the twins. No Urianger? There he is.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Nay, milady. With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
But I don't have a voice.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected.
You physically identify as Kryle?
How long they will remain so is another question. Kryle is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration.
A PowerPoint presentation? My favorite.
Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed. Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
You're a soul ripper.
I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home. But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
Oh! What was that for?
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless he says
Is it
so.
quiet? Okay, I'll turn it up as soon as I can. Unfortunately, I have to wait for the cutscene to end.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success.
Usually if I can
I would
hear
draw
it,
your
they can hear
attention
it
to
pretty
the
well.
fact that our
It's usually
friend
louder
can
for
travel
them.
between worlds possess
I'm
not only of
surprised.
his body and soul, but his personal effects besides. This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us his possessions, he could carry our souls back to the source upon his person?
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on his part, and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend. Yet, were we to immure our souls within an object in his possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease. We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back unto our vacant bodies.
Soul preservation and transference. I believe I know of someone who may be able to assist us. On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse,
oh, I remember this dungeon. This dungeon's a bitch.
Court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the Fae folk. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
It's definitely a little quiet for me too, B-Dub, so I will, now that we're out of the cutscene, I can adjust it. Ooh, I will take the money, thank you. And I got a chest of garments. Alright. Sound. How do we fix sound? We're at 65. I'm going to take it up to 75. Let me know if anything gets too loud or not loud enough. Once we get into combat, that's always different too. Alright. A grand adventure. The Grand Cosmos, that is, the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Wouldst thou... God, Urianger. It's been too long since I've read your broken Old English. Whilst thou journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white orosite. By thy leave, of course. The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numo consent to lend us their aid, we will need of a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Sullen, and do be prepared for a warm reception. I think it's a combination, probably, Faye. A little bit you, and it was a little low for me, even. Urianger, I love you, but you're very hard to read your dialogue. Your voice actor deserves a raise. So if anybody missed it, in that scene, basically, we think that we can get everybody's souls back to their bodies if we put them in orosite, which is like a crystal, if I remember, and I physically take them with me when I move between the worlds. So we're going to some place where we think they can help us do that or get the orosite. I drifted off too. Alright. Where is Sullen? Oh, heck, it's just outside the door yonder. Is this in the purple forest? Yes, I think it is. This place is beautiful. Of course, it's a gray day out. And since we played last, my apartment got flooded. I got a new PC, which is almost state-of-the-art. So we can play this game on full specs, pretty much. It's with the fairies. Oh, the Fae-Ul. Those are the Scottish-speaking pixies. Where is this? Where is this? Whoa. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by our host's familiars, and I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to proposition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations, where I should be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As would any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we can seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. Kick their butts to earn their respect. Got it. Weapons drawn it is, then. Though I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you, all rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. He just wants to play with us. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised. Your moods invariably improve when Bani is around. Oh, everybody loves a Bani. Ugh, what exactly are you implying? He averted a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume him has been extinguished. 'Tis only natural that we be pleased to see him. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate his good health after we've finished here. Of course, of course. Then let us proceed to the palace. The Grand Cosmos is now accessible. Oh man, I can't believe I'm gonna heal this dungeon. Alright, let's do it. Hopefully I remember how to play. Ooh, instant. Instant! Popping? What do we call that? Q, that's what I meant. Instant Q. Ooh, lovely flooring. Oh, look at that little badass Lalafell in our group. I want that hat. Ooh, Cthulhu's. Hello, friends. They didn't wave to me. Oh god, we've got DPS pulling ahead of the tank. I'm gonna let this dancer die. Want to run out ahead of the party? Do it. Try me. I'm too nice. I'm too nice. It's disgusting. Should let them die. Ooh. Forgot I have this ability too. Take it. I love Sage. It's really fast and flashy, but it's such a weak healer if you don't know what you're doing. If you're not on your game. Plus, I have so many abilities that I forget to use. Just a natural born healer. I don't know what to tell you. still really want to let the Celeste die. Ooh, almost lost him there. Good thing he's a good tank. Oh, I dropped this. Put this seat down. Who let a dude grow? Who did that? I look over, I see Floofy go, holy butt cheeks. I don't know if that's because of what she said to the gospel or because of that healing. Also, Floofy, it's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thriving. Well, maybe not thriving, surviving. Oh, the boss had butt cheeks. I didn't even notice. I was too busy staring at health bars to check out the butts. This dancer is a butthole. Really teach them a lesson, but I just... Ugh. I don't like confrontation, man. I'm weak. And can I ask, of the two patterns you like more for me to do next in black? Which are the two sweater patterns? I don't know, have you seen them? Have I seen them? I thought the orangish red one and the black one you did already were the same pattern. guess, to be fair to Celestia, the tank is a little slow. Lord Nova. You sent me pictures. Okay. I'll look at them as soon as I'm not keeping 3 other people alive. This guy's a spicy butt. That's quite a lot of health for a mini boss. Oh, I guess I should be open. I should be rolling on this stuff now that I'm actually advancing the level. Oh, if that dancer pulls this boss before I get there. Alright, it seems like they're waiting good. You have sullied these halls long enough. Come, Lugus. Our guests yet want for company. Nope. That fucker did. You know what? I'm letting them die. At least once. Cool flame dude. Check my gear at all. Woo, that was close. Why is this not transferring? going all out. Everything is healing. This is crazy. Use every ability I have. Even the Pepsis. Crap, I died. Oh, the red mage could bring me back. Actually, everybody can if they have a phoenix down. They might just try and kill him though. We're pretty close to him being dead. The red mage should revive me though. Woo! Well, that was close. Oh, I got a jacket of healing. I wonder if it's below or above my level. What a butt group. Nobody said hello. Started the fight without me. Didn't even give me a commendation even though it was my first time. Buttholes.
That was my fiercest familiar. Oh,
yeah, it's just random. Yes, and just like real life, you get nice people and you get buttholes. That was my fiercest familiar. Does this... Wait, was he talking? He's a Namu or whatever. Oh, look at that face.
Backlogue, 'tis good to see you again after all these years. And judging by your vigorous greeting, I dare say the feeling is mutual. To be sure, a simple shake of the hand would have sufficed by way of welcome, but I shan't complain. But you must be wondering as to the purpose of our visit. We come to beg your assistance in a most urgent matter.
Shake? Beg?
Our comrades' very souls are in danger. If we are to save them, we will need the benefit of your unsurpassed knowledge on the matter. Please, will you not sit and hear our plea?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you speak thus in my presence! It was to escape such words of temptation that I hid myself from the world of men. You are sinners, one and all, and I swore never again to have any part in your affairs.
I can only imagine what terrible events forced you into a life of seclusion.
High school, man.
But
Really,
I know
junior
that the
high.
Mo are a good and noble folk. It is not in your nature to turn a blind eye to the plight of those around you. And in treating with us, I am certain whatever mistrust you feel for man will begin to heal.
shit. Is he gonna murder us right here?
If you will not be satisfied, I suppose I could listen. After all, there's no harm in just... No, I mustn't. Not again. That damn court mage seemed to have the best of intentions too, and countless innocents died for my naivety. Oh, you know not what you ask of me. What horrors my knowledge has wrought.
Refuse all you want. We won't live down and accept defeat. Or lie down, however you choose to read correctly.
Of all the visitors I could possibly have, they're even more stubborn than I am.
Oh. No.
Bring Alize into this argument. That'll really get him.
Very well. I will hear your petition, but that is all. And I expect fitting payment for my troubles.
In the form of Reese's cups.
Commensurate with your contribution to our cause. No more and no less, I promise you. With that settled, might I impose upon you to join us at the Crystarium? I'm afraid the nature of my friend's predicament calls for absolute secrecy.
Alright, I gotta check out B-Dubs' pictures now. Ooh! What she wants to make next. I have to agree. I like the thin sleeves with the hood, but I agree with Faye that I think your taste is the one on the right, B-Dubs. Isn't this the bodice you've been making? Just with sleeves attached to it? Yeah, I think that one is more you, just your style, but I like the one on the left better. Correct, which is why I wanted to branch out and do the green one. Well, then do the green one. You could always do the green one and make the sleeves poofier if you want poofy sleeves. Just make it up. It's crochet. Just add a bunch of new rows. Which is exactly what you decided. Alright, I was busy reading the game. Oh, was it Ziller? I thought it was Faye. It was Ziller, my bad. My eyes mix up the colors of your names. As always. Both? Both is good. Isn't that from El Dorado? Diet Coke. The blood of life. Failer. There you are. The others have gone ahead to the Crystal Tower with Beck Lung. For the record, I truly wish we hadn't had to resort to using such words when treatying with him. I have ever sought to convince, not compel, yet I cannot deny that a part of me is glad Urianger shared his knowledge of the Numo with us. Had he not, Beck Lung wouldn't be here. Speaking of whom, we should hurry. To keep our guest waiting would only add insult to injury. We did kick his booty. He was a giant flaming muscle man, though. We mustn't delay here any longer. If Beck Lung is to hear the truth of our travails in the first, you of all people should be present. Back to the Crystarium. Oh, I should check my inventory. See if I got anything better. do we got? This is trash. Discard that. What is this? Oh, a weapon. This is not as good as what I have. Trash. Discard. Keep the money. How about this? Is this cute? This is not cute. This is not my style. Garbage. Alright. To the Crystal Tower. Isn't there a closer one I can teleport to? Like this one? He's like Pooh Bear. Ponder. Oh, bother.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing,
Damn straight.
but that you hail from another world as well?
Basically a god at this point.
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies.
I would like to say I think Boulder Dash and Flummery are great cat names.
Save you. Your body is your own.
From the looks of it, I go to the gym regularly.
And your soul is the densest of them all.
I drink my milk.
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of Vorthri and the Sin Eaters. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
His tiny little mouth.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself. As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change. I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
I too am not the spry young Mo I used to be.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
You have spun quite a tale, but tell me, have you given any thought as to how you might return to your world? A tiny bit. White Orosite, you say? An intriguing proposition, but one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They have become highly charged, like as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there is no telling what may happen to their souls within the Orosite. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies. Then, would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to transference? In theory, yes, but the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim. Your stole has done it like 3 times already. Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail? In order to maintain a corporeal form, your souls constantly draw aether from your surroundings. This process must be halted, and the resulting suffit of aether removed. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these faux bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which will be rectified upon your return home. Leaving lifeless husks, like those poor souls at the inn at Journey's Head, corrupted by the sin-eaters, their aether made stagnant by the light. Corrupted? Stagnant, you say? Might I see these unfortunate individuals? Why, do you think you might be able to help them? I might, or I might not, but I shan't know for sure until I have seen their condition firsthand. Then I would be glad to take you to them, on the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering. It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion. Well, I see no need for all of us to accompany you. While you escort our guests to the inn, I will assist Urianger in creating the requisite Orosite. I believe my talents would be better applied to that endeavor as well. Might I leave the 3 of you to assist Beklung as necessary? You shall. Let us make for a meringue, then. I could go for a meringue. Final Fantasy XIV was so good in this expansion. Oh, I have to be a contrarian. I do like Shadowbringers a lot. I loved Stormblood. I know everybody hates Stormblood, but I think it's my favorite so far. But we'll keep going. I've heard that post Shadowbringers is like the best part of the whole game, so we'll keep seeing. It could get really, really good. It has been good. Stormblood was just the best, in my opinion. And Endwalker's good. I've heard Endwalker's good too, which is good because it's the end of the story arc. So I'm glad they stuck the landing. I'd like to keep playing until we beat Endwalker before I take another break, since it kind of starts a new story after that. So, this is Harrick, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leans perilously toward the light. Towards stasis. What do you suppose will happen to him? Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a sin-eater. You don't know that. We've defeated the Wardens and banished the light from the night sky. Halric was completely unresponsive before, but now... Now he blinks sometimes. Oh, he's mumbling now. You want to replay Stormblood too, because I skipped so much? Oh, I love post Stormblood. I think it's the build up to Shadowbringers is like the best the game has ever been, in my opinion. Then perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients. What sort of treatment? In the course of my studies of soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the aether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Vorbert. Then, for far darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never again to make it. But for their sakes, I will break that oath. It is not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief. Sure, douse them with your experimental drugs. What do I care? Toddin stares blankly at you. It would seem the tonic has no effect. Well, Toddin's a loss. What is this? Warmth? I feel in my chest. Ooh, Panil felt something. Are we gonna give it to the boy or not? Maybe we're experimenting on the others first. I feel warm, and my legs, they don't feel as heavy. Now then, have you noted any change in the patients? A notable rise in body temperature and an increased motor function, in most of the patients at least. The more severely afflicted show no response. As I feared then. 'Tis true that with the restoration of night, the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow, and yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. Welcome back, B-dubs. And you did dishes. You take the rest of the week off. But this holds true only for their corporeal aether. Their incorporeal aether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended. Which is why those in the later stages of corruption, like Halric, appear unaffected by your tonic. Precisely. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. He's got such lovely dead eyes, though. There is a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even. How about I just don't shovel the driveway? Alright. Agreed. By the gods, could he wake to find himself an old man? A fine reward for his persistence, the opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. Now, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not why we petitioned your aid, but do you think it possible we can find a way to hasten their recovery? Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them, we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament. Well, two for one. I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you of my past, that I was once a mage of the royal court of Volbert. At the Soulcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administer to the patient here is one of the fruits of my labors. I hope to do great things for the kingdom. But in the end, my knowledge brought only suffering, a plague, the like of which no one had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, what should have been my greatest triumph instead became my greatest shame. And now you have a chance to redeem yourself. That I do. A comforting thought indeed. But let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal aether. Do you think it can be done? Were the skies still ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility. But now we may have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them the perfect conduit for the aether revitalizing magics which will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation of the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it is that needs to be done, if it's all the same to you. Oh, Alize, I love you. Whatever reagents must be procured or spells invoked, I'll do it. I admire your spirit. Very well. Your first task will be to gather the necessary materials. The purest of waters and the finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern, brimming with pixie magic. If you're convinced the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. Alphino, the water and clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do to get the lantern. You don't mean? The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. Ugh. Fine. We'll pay a visit to Ilmeg, though I never thought you would be the one to suggest going back there. I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. Oh, while you're about it, seek out the Numo of Pla'ani. They will be able to supply you with the water suitable for our needs. Right, let's get this over with, shall we? There still remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it? I'm all over it, dude. It looks like I'm standing on clay. I'll just scoop some up right here. Clay from Amarang would likely be best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us? We could use the miners of Twine. Ah, yes. They will be able to point you in the right direction, I'm sure. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there is aught else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here. You do that. Magnus. A cat daddy. Bani, well, what a coincidence. You've come at a good time. We've just this moment finished repairing the Talos, and trolley you lot took to Nabatharang. The trolley was no trouble, but the Talos would have been another matter, had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Master Chai. Is that the cat daddy that's in love with Y'shtola? I don't remember. Or did we make up that lore entirely ourselves? Clever man, the Chai Nuz. He seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley, but Magnus still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, Jerk, but that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Bani here didn't come all the way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend? I see. And this familiar requires clay from Amarang? Well, look no for... I want this guy's outfit. They need to make this something, at least in the store, or that I could earn. Look no further. If anyone can find some clay, quality clay, it's us. Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere out or other, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used to take clay from Mount Biran mines to make adobe bricks. There's adobe in this world? No wonder it's evil. Place is swarming with coyotes now, but if you're after the good stuff, you could do worse than to look there. I think any outfit any PC is wearing should be an outfit you could wear. Most of the time it is. And there's so much stuff in this game, it might be something I just never found. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because a lot of times they sell... If you want to dress like the main characters, that's only available if you actually buy it. But he's not a main character, he's just like a side NPC. I miss Final Fantasy XIV streams. Should never stop this. These are so good for weeknights. What? They can hear me all the time. It's whether or not they're drowning me out because I'm boring them to death at, you know. What am I looking for? Something in this area. Oh, there is a sparkly. Oh, my summon floofy? I don't even know where I got it. This is my alt. So I have whatever amounts in the last year have been available. Probably through the Moogle Treasure game. If I get a bird's eye view, there it is. And ironically, I'm on a bird mount. Enemies. Blast you. Wow, they did like no damage. That really is more of a healing spell than a damage spell. The peoples were not lying. Alright, now where to? Deliver the lumps. I was born for this task. The twins have returned, and in one piece at that. I was convinced the pixies... Oh, no, my bird! I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. You have the clay? I'll take it. I do. 3 sacks of it, apparently. Wonderful. We need but combine the clay and the water, then heat the mixture with the Fey lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantations. Let's make it look like Chucky. Beg Lung, I have a question. In the event that we had need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Assuming they possessed the requisite skill, yes. Halric and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there is a chance the spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. Mayhap you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state, combined with a strong desire to help them, can drastically increase the magic's effect, and you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. I dare say there are few in all of Novorant more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Bani? Absolutely, she's the best woman for the job. Not even going to read the second option. I'll give it my all, for Halric, for Tesleen. No, Tesleen! That poor woman. Then we all are of mind on the matter. Alize shall be the one to conjure the familiar.
Let us begin. I trust you've prepared the clay? Very good. Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy.
No, Alize has no artistic talent. That's Alphino.
Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
A porksy. I think I know what you mean.
There's a massive clump of clay.
There we are. How's that?
Totally. I like it.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
Yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye. Now then, as I taught you, relax and allow your energies to flow.
Not too relaxed. We don't want any leakage.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
Yeah, real Porksy. Oh my god, he's so cute.
Not bad for a first attempt. Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric.
What's the flying pig gonna do?
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
Shaniqua.
A name.
It's got false eyelashes.
All right, I've decided. Now. Go, Angelo!
Looks more like a pubert to me. Oh, he's moving. He's feeling the warmth.
Mother, I...
Oh, good. We made him well enough to cry out for his dead mother. Yay! Actually, I have no idea what the state of his mother is. Although if he's here alone, I got a feeling it's not good. How is he, Becklung? Did it work? I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. If my eyes do not deceive, a hint of color has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. We're so close now, Helric. As you are even now in the process of discovering, this magic asks much of the invoker. What you may not have realized is that the same is also true of the subject. As such, we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have the utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to the proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect, that is, to induce stagnation. Thus enabling our safe transport back to the source via Orosite. I thought occurred to me about this treatment. Becklung said when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Not really. It is the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of cases. Or am I missing something? If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who could desperately use such a treatment. Oh, her little like gremlin friend, which I don't remember why she has. She like adopted him after his parents got murderated, or no, they got possessed by their gods. Their god like brainwashed them. Gabu. Exactly. His condition is uncannily similar to Halric's, is it not? The only difference being that his soul was suffers with earth-aspected aether instead of light. It follows that if his soul is subject to a similar kind of stagnation, there may be a chance we can save him, right? Forgive me, but who is this Gabu fellow of who you speak? I see. His condition does sound familiar. Similar, yet there is much and more about the soul that remains unknown even to me. I say that this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is a delicate work we are doing, work requiring patience. Of course, and as long as there is hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend that time in idleness. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with their treatment. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Beg Lug and see if you can't make some headway with their newly posited theories. I would tell you the rest first, but I see you're not too convinced. Ah, the fire of youth. Let us return to this Crystarium, then. Finally, I found you. Who dis? Oh, it's the blue-haired boy. Kai Shear, what are you doing all the way out here? There's trouble back in Yulmore. Lady Chai. Oh, that's who the Chais are. It's the fat lady and his, and her husband, who kind of became like the de facto new leader of the area. Sighing, pacing, the whole lot. Near enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing, you say? It must be urgent. I take it I will be returning to the Crystarium alone. Go on, then. It's not as if I have anything for you to do. Yeah, the fat cat lady. She's adorable. Thank you. Sorry for bothering you and all that, but she says the future of Yulmore's at stake. I'm all over it, my dude. Oh my god, I do know who you're talking about. Hilarious. It's not terrible, it's awesome. Good memory, good character design. Lady Chai's up in the parlor. Best not keep her waiting, eh? Some of the other things they're referencing that I'm talking about are really old things I wouldn't expect. I'm surprised even I remember them. It's only because I've leveled so many alts. Well, not here seems out of the ordinary, though I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off into the distance, and all that sighing. Strange. Let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. She's all out of condoms. And you know she wants that husband of hers. Oh my god, I went right to her, like I distinctly knew where she was. Hello.
Oh, thank heavens you're here.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
Alone? What of Master Chai?
That is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Gulg. With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see.
If I cosplay her, does that mean I can be fat? Sure, B-dubs. You can cosplay. You're the one always telling me you can cosplay whatever you want.
After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well? No one wanted such responsibility. Nevertheless, Yulmore could not well do without a leader, and so
We decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
Well, given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He is more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice. Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced. But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
You believe he was so daunted by the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee? Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife. There has to be some other reason for his absence.
You truly think so?
He's on the John.
What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
Has he eaten Chipotle recently? I don't know, but whatever it is, he wouldn't have fled. Sorry, but I think he's fled. Oh, come on. We won't be that mean to her. No, sometimes they give me options of
And there you have it,
dialogue to
Lady Chai.
choose.
You need
Like
to
how I want to respond.
Master Chai loves you more than all the world, and he will return. Wherever he may have gone, rest assured we will find him.
So sometimes the game has voice acting. These are the actors in the game. Most of the time I have to read all the dialogue. But they hear everything. I really have to go to the bathroom. I was hoping there'd be a stop soon. After this, before we look for her husband, I'm going to have to take a break.
You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
Take the money. Speaking of people in the John, I need to do that. Alright. Let's mute this. Master volume. Alright, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in like... Oh, there's an ad coming. Perfect. We'll let the ad run. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Be back in a few minutes. Alrighty. We're back. Turn my sound on the game again. Alright, Alphino, what are we doing? Are we searching for this guy? For all his comforting words, Alphino is plainly troubled by Master Chai's sudden disappearance. Thank you, B-dubs. Thank you, Floofy. It makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would not have done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something, I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him leave, or failing that, if they have any idea where he might have gone. I will meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later on. Glory Gate? Is that the name of the strip club that's in this place? I'll go check there first. Moen. Master Chai? Why, yes. I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood. Concerned about Yulmore's neglect of industry, you see. So that's how you spelled dour. Learn something new every day. With Lord Volthury's apparently inexhaustible store of meal and no great need for money, it's little wonder our business were all but forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can to continue to the revival of trade here in Yulmore, which seems to satisfy him. He took his leave soon after. Your exchange with Moen has taught you about the stagnant state of business in Yulmore. You are now tasked with fixing the economy. Good luck. When you finish there, do it for America as well. Gather information in the buttress. The Glory Gate. Not to be mistaken for the Glory Hole. I looked over and instantly saw B-dubs had written Glory Hole. Truly I'm with my people. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Is something amiss? When last I saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we walked for a while. You insisted he rest, and then you made him walk for a while? What the hell is wrong with you? About his concerns over the city. Oh, we talked. Never mind. I just can't read. They talked for a while about his concerns over the city's defenses, amongst other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Volthury, and finding General Rajit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the errors of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I proposed replenishing our ranks with volunteers from the derelicts in Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Yulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Kalusia as well. And I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for the cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note that we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. Your exchange with the Conir has taught you about the perilous state of Yulmore's defenses. Again, it is now your burden to fix it. Can I summon my mounts? I cannot. Hathenbet, a shirtless elf? Yes, sir. I recall a man fitting that description asked to speak with the poor buggers lately come for right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down in the derelicts, and you can be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing, there was plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folk here don't just want to survive. Excuse me. They don't want to just floof. They want to thrive. When he heard that, he started mumbling to himself something about finding us work, I think. Fair play to him, though. Not content with having his ear chewed about the derelicts, he asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. Looked like he was headed for Gate Town when I last saw him. Your exchange with Hathenbet has taught you the poor living conditions of Kaluja's downtrodden. Well, clearly, Master Chai is not running away. He's taking his new mayoral duties seriously and learning about the city. And mayoral is totally a word. I'm like 90% sure. Ah, there you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue as to Master Chai's whereabouts? I have 3 things, apparently. It is a word, 100%. Nailed it. Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. That must be the strip club. They discussed the possibility of granting admissions to customers from outside Yulmore, an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Let the poors waste their money on coochies. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Yulmore, I mean, not the Bee. Perhaps. But the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? Where did he go? All we know for certain is that Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Yulmore, but its surrounding settlements. It seems logical, then, that having consulted those within the city walls, he would wish to do the same to those without. Bani, if you would go and make inquiries and write, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gate Town I leave to you, Kashir. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we've finished? My place, 6 o'clock. Well, Top Rung would seem to be his next most likely destination. Let us reconvene there. With any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then. But if not, we will be well situated to continue our search. And have a sexy spot of dinner? Hopefully? Vis-a-vis love? Ergo vis-a-vis love? Tomorrow, tomorrow. You're only a gay away. Sir Haste-a-Lot. No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking mistal gentleman here not long ago. He wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Yulmore, or rather, the lack of them. We lost a great many people to their promises of meal and the chance of a lavish life among the free. And Vothery thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I needn't tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to be forgiven. But Vothri's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Yulmore in his absence. That's what I told you, friend Chai-Nuz. That's what I told your friend Chai-Nuz, was it? And I'm sure the others said the same. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he left soon after, and that was that. Well then. Well, whoa, where's this? Don't know, but I shall fly there. Oh, it's the giant lift. Can I just fly up there, or do I have to take this elevator? I feel like I should just be able to fly up there. So, he paid a visit to both Right and Gatetown as well, did he? I see. Kashir and I gleaned much the same. He seems determined to salvage what goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Kalusia. That one likely place he was left to go being Amity. Come, if we are quick, we may yet catch up with him. I'm coming. As the great Aerith says, I'm coming. Or said, 'cause she dead now. Or is she? Well, this version of her died. But the soul that she traded through space and time shifted to another dimension, and she's going to bring her body back from that life stream. Some crazy shit like that. Master Nuz. I love your purple jacket. Bani, Alphino, Kashir, what are you guys doing here? We might ask you the same, Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for. Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in our absence. She claims you disappeared without so much as a word, and bade us return you to her side. What in blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers, though I suppose she could have overlooked it, and when she gets an idea in her head, I can apologize. Chai, did you leave it under the brownies where she'd find it? No harm done, Master Chai. But since we are here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? We were told you had been elected mayor, and from what we have gathered from the nearby villages, you have been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? Now, let's not jump to conclusiones. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Kalusia, that much is true, but I am by no means sure I am the man to solve them. Lacking our many challenges will require resources, and until I have secured them, I might not be right to assume the role of mayor. Dude, you're already doing like 100% more than any politician ever. I see, and you believe said resources can be found here. Indeed, the people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries, I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. Gaston? With respect, such forethought is, in itself, proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I am certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it is worth, we will vouch for you should he require convincing. We will touch anyone you want us to, particularly Bani. We believe in you, Master Chai. I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it into Yulemore, but that dream's gone now. Burst like a bubble, or a boil, more like. Anyways, outside of repaying Master Alpha now, I haven't a clue what to do with myself. Spent most days in a daze. But you've been running up and down trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. And I reckon you can do it. You got this lot up Mount Gulg, didn't you? How hard could mayoring be? You're going to steer Yulemore to be a better future. I know it. And I want to help, properly help. Do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on the way. If you let me come with you, that is. I shall be your footstool. You give me entirely too much credit, the lot of you, but I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. Press on, nail party. Thank you, Master Chai. But we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. Yulemore needs more than a man with good intentions, which is why I'm here. To find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who is this man, exactly? And you certain he's here in Amity? Rendon is his name, and yes, he is, or was. I had scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided his time was better spent elsewhere. He served as a chief advisor to Volthri's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was his left, and between them, they kept Yulemore in the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? Before giving chase, might it not be wise to speak with those who know him? Here in Amity, they may be able to shed some light on his reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. I half fell asleep while reading that sentence. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps we should start with Tristal then. As I recall, you made rather a favorable impression on him. I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. Who did I flirt with? I don't remember. Tristan. Tristol, excuse me. Greetings, friend, and to you too, Master Chai. I presume you are here to ask after Worden. I couldn't help overhearing your earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Volthri gone, Yulemore wants for a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's counsel in the hope that we could build a better Yulemore together, and that is still my wish. But given how abominable you were mistreated there, I will quite understand if you choose not to help. I'm losing my ability to read. Worry not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yulemore, and I would not see you suffer for Volthri's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meeting earlier, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone who deals less commitment to their own. You desire to right the wrongs of your past, of Yulemore's past. It's quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes and the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. You must be free. Be more assertive, commit to their courses, and prove to him Yulemore has the resolve to change. The resolve to change, you say? I believe he was headed towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest you be firm and healthy in your interactions. Or intentions. Very well, to Pit 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. I'm rocking some serious dry mouth today. Rendon? Are you a Rogadin? Are you a handsome Rogadin? Yes, you've got that Liam Neeson look. You got that boom boom pow.
Well, well, it's you again.
Not the voice I was expecting. Ooh, a sneer.
Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Yulmoran's. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vorthry's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vorthry. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
I like a voyeur around.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable. Yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make.
A smirking Rogadin, they do.
In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yulmor. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vorthry was creating. And so I left my homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vorthry's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
A pretty one. You guys, I'm drifting off. I think we're only going to get through 1 patch today. Sorry. I'm a sleepy boy.
But this much I will say.
I will kick your ass.
It is my hope that Yulmor can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmor seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. Seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded.
Little wonder.
The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. In ignorance.
In indulgence. I love wallowing in indulgence.
Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us.
We shall become communists. Everyone will fear us.
The distinction between free and bonded died with Vor3. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation.
We
Please,
need a
Brenda,
sexy rope.
will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people.
What I'm saying, Rendon, is, will you marry me?
A Yulmore for the people. I rather like the sound of that. But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
You would?
You ask me to help you solve Yulmore's problems, but first I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
Schmarmy schmirk. Right then. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? Conflict resolved, sorry. You seem to have conducted an assessment of problems Yulmore now faces. I assume you will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing. Ah, yes. Mule being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option, I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. And a man who hungers is not like to contribute much to society, save violence, perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer, and I will consider offering you my counsel. Edible undies for everyone. A combination of measures would seem to be in order, one to address the immediate issue of supply and another that of production. Go on. For the present, Yulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problem that affects us all, the long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villagers that once served as sources of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored to the breeding grounds. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guarantee security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and take up the rebuilding effort. My, think of all that yourself, did you? Well, yes. It began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some time ago. After speaking with the peoples of Yulmore and the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chai-Nuz. I have? Well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet, only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you would ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. A fair point, Rendon. and one to which I have given much thought. I propose to use of Talos to aid in the establishment and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos? But Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of the necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be used in effect. Well, as the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just so happens that Talos are my field of expertise. And with a little help, I'm quite certain I can acquire what we need in no time at all. He smiles sheepishly at me. Rendon is quite right. Building Talos from scratch would require time time we simply do not have. Which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos, which wandered the wilds of Kalusia. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be a top rung. Come with me. To the Peter Copter! Oh my god, you guys. I'm so tired. I'm literally like nodding off while reading words. I'm sure you can notice. Oh, my poor sleep apnea. Somebody over here. Ah, Chinas. Chinas. Multiple Chinas. Aha! The old memory hasn't left me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dastardly potent insulating powder capable of halting the flow of aether in Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let it fly, thus disabling them without damaging their ingeniousness. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yulmore. More and extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed. But excuse me? But as I have said before, it is high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. I don't know, I've seen a sissy toss a rock before. Come off it, Master Chai. Even if the Talos aren't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That as it may be, Kashir, but Werndon tasks me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't which isn't to say that mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread. Truth be told, I can't feel my legs, and I just reread that because, again, I dozed off. But if I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. Hear, hear. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intention of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labor. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is, as Kashir says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look out for any beasts that would get in the way of my work. It will also need you to alert me when it's safe to subdue the Talos. Understood? All over it, baby. Good. Then let's be off to the quickest way. Through the north gate and see if we can't find a suitable vantage point for you. Boom, boom. Keep a lookout for danger and alert Chynuz when it's safe to incapacitate the Talos. You may move the spyglass as well as zoom in and out. Point the spyglass at Chynuz and give him the signal to sneak near the Talos. I'm just waiting for him to turn around. Execute the signal. Oh, I have to point it at him? That would make more sense. I read it, but I did not process it. The signal is chucking an uneaten frozen testicle at the back of his head. Let that thing fall on you, dude. I did it! I did it! Let's move on to another Talos, shall we? You're safe, my dude. You're totally safe. Ain't no worries. Is that the best we're gonna get? No, it's not! I ruined it! Oh, when Chynuz died. And I failed. There you guys. Oh, I can't believe I'm gonna stop now, but I am. I'm so tired I can't focus. Oh, we didn't even get through a patch. I'm sorry. I guess I'll give it one more try on these. Alright, try. Go. Go, my dude. Potted pansies. Alright, the smoke bombs turn around first. Now. Yes. Yes, you butthole. I do believe I'm getting the hang of this. Indubitably. You may leave the next one to me, Bani. Oh, great lustrous Bani. He's just sneaking up on these assholes and stealing them left and right now. Ha ha ha, that should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed. Huzzah! Now ride the Talos into town. That'll show them. You go, my dude. I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yulemore's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. What's more, its plain you time at Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulemore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains I am wholly ignorant of the world of politics. Which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yulemore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. You could be the First Lady. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt they will lend you their support, or run in fear. It would seem Yulemore's leadership is at last capable hands. Would you not agree? Nanu. We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai, after you've tinkered with the Talos and all that. Lady Chai is worried sick. I could go for a chai tea right now. It would soothe my throat. Ooh, we got some rockin' music though.
Right then. Form a line and make for Yulemore.
Trash the place. Stay awake, Bani. Stay awake, stay awake. Oh, look at that beautiful draw distance. Thank you, 5080 Super.
What's that noise?
That would be death approaching.
Wicked White! Runaway Talos!
Wicked White? How appropriate.
Call the guard!
It's the Whites. Run for your life.
Stay back! All of you!
Is that...
My hubby wubby?
Darling, you're back.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see.
Yeah, squeeze him to death.
Oh! Oh dear.
Oh my god, she hurt him so bad. Alphado literally has to heal him. That's hilarious.
Oh, thank you.
Been a while since I was choked out by my wife.
I'm sorry, my darling. It's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Nonsense.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? I mean, not that my absence signified any unwillingness, you understand? Oh, no, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
To the three-way chamber.
Oh, how wonderful!
Oh God, run, man, run!
Please!
She's awesome. I want like a... There is a minion of her, but I want a minion of her shaking her husband. That was quite a reception. One Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of Telos is... Once word has spread about Yulemoor, it will be that much simpler to gather one and all so that Master Chai can make his inaugural address. Speech! Speech! No need to fret, Bani. I have never felt better. And not at all overawed by the prospect of addressing and assembling masses of Yulemoor. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble before the meet their that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. Reading. You there, Kaishir, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gate Town and the derelicts? Of course I will. Good lad. I will let the guards know not to bar the way of the Vothri's chambers. It goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? The doorman on the crow's lift will show you up. Speak with Chaden. Chaden, you say? I lost my mother. She must have gone to my bedroom to escape my rambling. Oh, another chubber. Oh, she's got a cool mask, too.
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today.
Go on. Okay, we're gonna auto advance because it's not liking this.
But before going any further,
Nice, B-dubs.
Could I ask the free citizens of Yulemoor to look around? Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Vothri's rule.
A fully clothed orgy?
Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town too. Today we welcome the Warriors of Darkness, come to bear witness to Yulmore's new beginning. As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Vorthry.
Frankly, you're all
You
idiots.
place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations, and I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness. Always, I say,
Always.
but not forever. Let it be known that I do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor, who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values.
Ah, you mean how the Constitution was literally meant to be? Oh no, there's an ad starting.
No longer
Well,
can we
too
think
late.
of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Vorthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future.
Me too, Faye.
However,
I've been fighting. I almost stopped the stream a minute
there can
ago.
be
I
no
was so
talk
tired I
of
fell asleep.
tomorrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while
this
we
is boring.
all work together to see these problems solved.
Nah, I just... So sleepy this week.
The road before us will not be easy, and I know full well how daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you.
Oh my god, it's nearly insurmountable. It's what I have a B-dubs for.
But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future. Until then, I humbly ask that you lend me and each other your strength. For Yulmore!
And he'll be poisoned by the weekend. Sir, there's a gentleman here to see you. He says his name is John Wilkes Booth. full party. That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe your words stirred every soul. We gotta turn this off. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I have learned anything from all this, it is that change begins with the individual. 'Tis but a matter of finding the strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Yulmorans can, I shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But we must not forget the individuals who made of all these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to you heroes. Thank you. I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayorals? Oh, there it is! It is a word! I knew it was. It just sounds funny to say. We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big, for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor. And there's an ice cream shop. Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Look at her sporty haircut. Yes, of course. Haven Bet? Aye, that's me. I liked your speech. But there's folk outside these walls as don't even have enough food to last till tomorrow, and more of 'em counting their crumbs. If you've a plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. To the cannibalism chambers. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it up myself. Thank you again for your help, Bani. I hope to see you again before long. Ere long. Alright, if we don't meanwhile to Zeno soon, I'm gonna have to end this without finishing the patch, because I'm exhausted. What a day. I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I had resolved to remain here until such time as Yulmore's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. Such hands. I have every confidence that we will find their way, and I believe it is time we went on ours. It's so pretty and colorful. So, Alfredo, leaving you? It seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends in paradise. The paradise is gone, but something better is taking its place, and I reckon I want to be part of it. This Yulmore for the people Master Chai's been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all, not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. He'll keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than the one to which you clung before, and one I am happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it that way, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit, just a matter of taking the first step. We got an orchestral roll. A quartestral, or whatever they're called. Truly to see Kashir thus inspired by our actions is inspiring in itself. Yet however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Yulmore, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Beglung's studies have borne fruit in our absence. I hope it's a kiwi. Ooh, or a starfruit. Oh my god, I haven't had starfruit in forever. It's my favoritist. Although, I do love a rambutan. A Rasputin fruit is also good. Or a lychee nut? Oh my god, I haven't had a lychee nut in years either. Lychee. Welcome back. We are given to understand a new mayor has taken office in Yulmore. Indeed. Our good friend Master Chai was elected by popular vote, and after some considerable soul-searching chose to accept the post. It is a shame you weren't able to attend his inaugural speech, though I have no doubt you will see more of him in the future. But tell me, how fared you in preparing the white orosite? Deliciously. Our work did not proceed quite as expected. Y'shtola failing? In your absence, we had a frank discussion on the principles of soul transference and concluded at length that white orosite was ill-suited for our purpose. We'll need to use this masonry jar left over from some jelly I had. But Urianger, did you not say that, compared to the macy soul of an Essien, the stone could house one of ours with ease? That I did. And armed as we are with Beglung's invaluable insight, 'twould indeed prove a trifling matter, were we to disregard the invaluable link twixt mind and soul. A link which would, we did belatedly realize, be weakened most perilously in the process of rendering our souls dormant, as orosite doth require. Thus the shedding of these fleshly simulacra are the surfeit of aether which compriseth them, would in all likelihood deprive us of our psyches as well. It would, theoretically, be possible to channel your minds into the orosite instead, but we would more than likely sacrifice your soul in the process, which is why we have abandoned that plan and instead devoted our time to finding a means by which mind and soul might be transported together. Then we are no closer to solution than when we first began. It is a vexing conundrum indeed, but one for which the Crystal Exarch has posited a most intriguing solution. When our discussions turned to the transference of memories and the psyche, I could not help but be reminded of a technique with which I have personal experience. It's called Kegel. Bani, do you recall what we learned of my eyes from our encounter with Doga Adune? I speak of the royal eye of the elegant imperial line, gifted to my forebears through the blood and memories of the ancient Elegans. It is by this gift that I am able to control the Crystal Tower. Thus my tasty red eye. If we were to gain an understanding of the technology by which the Elegans were able to accomplish this transference, perhaps then we could keep mind and soul together. Imagine, if you will, a device like unto a soul crystal, replete not only with our worldly memories, but also the bountiful energies of our soul. That is our current avenue of investigation, and we will follow it wheresoever it leads. Nanu? While we are thus engaged, I think it's best that Bani return to the source and inform Kryl and the others of our findings. Agreed. I imagine Tataru will be relieved to hear we've made progress of a sort. Then I would beg leave to relay our findings unto Thancred and Rin, and to assist where I may in their investigation of the empty. Yes, please do. Should we have need of your counsel, we will not hesitate to summon you. Bye, Urianger. Give our regards to Tataru, wouldn't you? I would love to. Speak with Tataru. She's not gonna remember me anyway. She's drunk off her ass. Bani, you're back. How did everything go in the first? Wait, don't tell me. Cryo will be here shortly, and she'll want to hear too. She's just tending to the others, their bodies, I mean. Gods, I don't think I'll ever get used to saying that. Anyways, you can tell us everything the moment she gets back. Upon speaking with Tataru, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Oh, get ready! It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. I'ma hope I don't fall asleep. Let's go.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I've carried out the treatment as per Master Matoya's instructions. It should slow the destabilization of their corporeal ether quite significantly. But tell me, how fare our friends in the first?
They're full of ideas, but no actions. Make a fist with your mind and punch the sleepies away. Doing it.
So this Becklug's the first to lead an authority on soulcraft, are they? Sounds promising.
And Urianger's proffered solution of white auracite is rather ingenious now that I think of it.
Oh, just circle jerk him.
Well, while they press on with their preparations, you may rest assured we will continue to do our part here.
Oh, you're back.
Question, is her wearing an eared hood kind of like blackface because she is playing the being a species? I don't know. I don't know. I think she's wearing like a Moogle outfit maybe. I never really paid attention to it. Estinian.
And none the worse for wear, I see.
None the worse for wear. I can't see you beyond my bangs.
Oh, thank the gods. We've been worried sick. Did you lose your link pearl or something?
The situation in Garlemald has become more complicated. I was making my escape from the capital when I ran into one of yours, Riol. He thought it best we come straight here.
More complicated how?
Where to begin?
Some crazy shit went down, man.
After entering the Empire via Razat Han, I went about my mission of investigating Black Rose.
Black Rose is the, like, deadly plague virus they were gonna unleash, I think?
It was
the enemies?
there, inside a provincial factory, that I encountered the one who styles himself Shadow Hunter, Gaius Baelsar.
Oh, that's right, and Gaius came back, and he's like our buddy now. He's an Asian slayer.
Our goals being apparently aligned, we joined forces and ventured on into the heart of the capital, to the very Imperial Palace itself.
There, we found a man whom all assumed dead. But his soul lives on. And he has wrested back his flesh. Xenos ye Galvas.
You bitch.
Nor did the surprises end there. For no sooner had we arrived than he murdered his sire in cold blood. The Emperor is dead. This sent Gaius into a rage, and he charged in, blade drawn.
Oh shit, flashback time. Use the Force, Bani. Ooh, he's ghosting the tip of his sword. I love a ghost tip. I've seen him in action, his body at least. You will not best him alone. Nay, death will not come easily to that thing. If you would join me, then by all means. For what good it will do. The Black Wolf and the Azure Dragoon. I suppose this might suffice. Let's get physical. Come now. Oh, I dozed off. We're making it. We only got a few minutes left. We're gonna do it. Shit, we're teaming up. Ah, the simple pleasures of one's own flesh. Truly, there is no place like home. I feel at home in my folds, too. Abomination. Whatever he is, Bani's was barely a match for him if we stay here much longer. Emperor Varus, your radiance, are you all right? We may wear out our welcome. Your radiance, no! Must even the most middling of sport be spoiled? The world conspires to bore me. But I have no cause to remain. I leave these vermin to you. Xenos! Well, any bright ideas? Cock your gun. Ooh. Man just dropped his load. Just one. Nice. That gave me Cosmos Arcanon vibes. Your radiance. The intruders have taken flight. I repeat, the intruders have taken flight. Deploy all available Magitech armor. We cannot let them escape. Release the robot chickens. turning my map off. I love playing a job that's randomly assigned to me. Ooh, get wrecked. Oh, that was a heal. Don't hit the heal button. Oh, close the menu. That was an accident. Such fancy button pressing. Oh shit. We're battling these assholes again? Yeah, get him, Gaius. Damn it. This way, quickly. Ooh, what a lovely palace. We make ourselves easy marks. Alright then, I'll take the lower road, so to speak. I will see you outside. Stay safe. Oh, he loves me. Well, well, someone's been busy. Oh, another Ultima variant. Oh, and it has a naked man fused to it. They know what I like. Volatile prototype. Arch Ultima. And you would bar my way, would you? So be it. Come, Nidhogg, lend me your strength. Something's awake, B-dubs. I don't know if it's me. This is the dude that I did like 10 attempts at last time. And I gave up. And it was something dumb. It's always something dumb in these story moments with me. It was like something on the screen I had to click that I never noticed. Aw, thank you for the hydrate. I'm actually out of my drink. And, I'm so thirsty. First thing I'm gonna do after stream is chug some water. And a long nappy poo. Probably read what these abilities do. It's fine. Just push the buttons. Now loading data sample. 14, no less. got backup. No, get off of it. Get off of it, dude. I don't want to die here a million times again. Oh, now he's got friends. Now he's got friends. Get off of it. Woo, that was close. Was not moving. Bleed for me. Bleed for the B-dubs. Unstoppable. We shall see about that. Pay attention to the screen, Bani. Sort of duty support button. Oh, I've got a finishing move. That's what it was. Nidhogg, show them your fury. Yeah, thrust that spear. Nobody nuts like Extidian. Oh, maybe this guy does. That's a goon face if I've ever seen one. Guardians and their machina. Now, where are you, Gaius? I'm done gooning on his unstoppable chin. Oh, Kryle's got the... Do we know Kryle? Yes, we knew that Kryle had the gift to the Echo.
Peer into my past, did you?
I may have saw you undressing.
Well, I didn't quite relive the experience as you did, but I bore witness to it all.
I'm still not sure what I think of this gift of yours. But no matter. Our confrontation was cut short when the Imperial Guard arrived. It was then that Xenos took his leave, citing boredom.
To think their research into the Echo could bear such fruit. Escaping death, jumping from one body to the next, and returning to his own after all this time. He is an Ascian in all but name.
It beggars belief, aye. But no more than a hero traversing the rift between worlds. My concerns are far more prosaic. With the Emperor dead and the Crown Prince missing, The Empire is in disarray. Until order is restored, assuming it even possible, we needn't fear an Imperial reprisal. And for reasons of his own, Xenos took it upon himself to rid the world of Black Rose. Riol has already gone to apprise the Alliance leaders of these developments. We may leave the matter in their hands for now.
Oh, so Xenos put a stop to the Black Rose. I don't remember that. I might have to watch that again.
Then perhaps we have seen the last of the fighting at Gimlet. Though, if it comes to civil war, I cannot help but fear for the provinces. I'd nearly forgotten to ask. What became of Gaius? Did he not escape with you?
We're married now.
That he did, but we parted ways shortly after leaving Garlemald. He claimed another threat had arisen which demanded his attention.
Genital
He didn't elaborate,
warts.
but the absence of some device or other in the capital gave him reason to believe they're planning something. Lest you worry, I believe he has well and truly shed the Black Wolf's pelt. Conquest is no longer his objective. We may safely leave him to his own devices.
Well, it's nice to have one less foe to worry about, even if we do have a mysterious new threat to look out for instead. Speaking of which, I'll see that Riol and our Shinobi are made aware. Though we still know next to nothing, it can't hurt to be vigilant.
Well then, with Black Rose nipped in the bud, I believe I've fulfilled my part of the bargain.
That's true, but with the Archon still slumbering away, we were hoping you might agree to stay with us for a little bit longer.
Nonsense. He's a loner.
Sorry, but I'm not inclined to extend my contract. Gaius isn't the only one with business to attend to.
Totally. Estinia's just me. I got shit to do. I don't have time for your nonsense.
Thank you for your help then, Estinian. I see why Alphino admires you so.
Ooh, a dig from Kryl. Oh, he's pissed about that.
Farewell, my friend. See that you don't make a habit of dozing off in battle.
Shut up, man. I'm tired. B-dubs made me stay awake and finish it.
I suppose we should all be getting on then. As ever, we will see to the Archon's needs. In the meantime, why not get some rest? You've more than earned it. Go on.
In the meat. Did you do your 80 rows already, B-dubs? You must be shattered after all that hopping back and forth between worlds. Why not stay here and rest for a while? I'm sure Beg Lug can manage without you. They've got enough scions to help them, if you ask me. Just finishing a skein, okay. Or a skein, I heard someone pronounce recently. Meanwhile, in Garlemald... Traitors! You would dare deny Lord Nerva the throne? Who's Lord Nerva? Ugh! Garlemald seems like just a lovely homeland. Onward! Before this day is done, victory shall be ours. Are these people trying to claim the throne from the dude that just got killed? Boring, boring, boring. Do you think? I find it amusing, like dogs herding cattle to the slaughterhouse. Who's this freak? Who dis? That you, your soul is. Who are you? Before your majesty, I am but another dog, lost, in want of a new master. A hunting dog, if you should wish it so. Skyanassian? What is this dude? For I know full well the prey you would seek next. Zodiac. I'd love a good 6 inches. Who dis freak? Wants to be fed by Xenos. Meanwhile, in Yulemore in the first. So many meanwhiles. Did you hear the mayor's reopening Daedalus Stoneworks, and they're looking for laborers? There's talk of resettling some of the old abandoned villages, too. They're even laying on free Telos to help anyone willing to make the move. Free Telos? Ha! We'd best get packing. Steady work, board and lodging. If that's not a recipe for hope, I don't know what is. Who's spying here? Who dis? Hope? Who is this? Who's this? Is this Ardbert? Oh, it's Ardbert! Yes, so long as I yet live, I would see the feeble flame rekindled. Wait, didn't Ardbert, pass on at the end of this expansion, I thought? Who's this? Some prick take his body? It is my destiny to see our dream fulfilled. Oh, well, shit. I wasn't expecting Ardbert to show up. Yes, good. I'm done now, too. Thank you for sticking with me and keeping me awake. Man, it was rough for a while there. I was not in hardcore. What usually wakes me up is my face starts to press into the pop cover on my microphone. I'm like, what is this sensation? I'm like, oh, wake up. I made it. I was going to try and do 2 patches today, but that's definitely not going to happen. So we will pick up next time. I don't know when I'll be able to stream again while my mother is visiting. Maybe tomorrow. Otherwise, definitely next weekend we'll have streams. More of this, or I want to restart Metaphor as well. Thank you for the other night when you finished Final Fantasy VII. It kept me company while I had to stay awake for work. No problem. Thank you for being there with me. I'm thrilled we beat that game. Never thought it would end. No, it was wonderful. Let's get out of here. Alrighty, I'll see you guys as soon as I can. Or definitely next weekend. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with me. Stay warm. Don't shovel the snow unless you got to. Crochet, knit, read, light a fire, have some soup. All that good shit. And I'll see you on Discord and in Instagram DMs and all that other stuff too. Oh, and next, this Friday, hopefully this Friday, the podcast should be going live with 2 episodes. As far as I know, it's going to happen, but we'll see. And the new YouTube channel where those are going to be posted and the Discord and all that shit. So hopefully Friday that all happens. I just don't know for sure, but that's the goal. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Yes, I'm going to link it in the Discord once it all goes live. But I will see you guys next time and have a good week.